So let's start. M-Line is a company that prints and sells custom designs on t-shirts. For each order, they charge an initial design fee and then an additional fee for each printed t-shirt. M-Line charges M euros per order. The charge is modeled by the linear function mx is equal to 5x plus 40, where x is the number of t-shirts in order. Write down the initial design fee charge for each order. What does that mean? What is the initial design fee? 40. How do you know that?
Because it's plus 40.
Plus 40, correct? So that's 40. Very good. So that's 40 because even if you don't get one t-shirt done, 40 they'll charge you for the design fee, initial design fee. Okay? Find the total amount charged for an order of 94 t-shirts.
Substitute x as 90.
So substitute x as 94. No, you just put your x as 94 now.
So 5 into 94
Ah,
40.
5 into 94 plus 40. Do it on, you can do it on any calculator. Do.
I'm ready.
5 into 94 plus 40. So if I did this, 510. Then N-Year is another company that prints and sells t-shirts. The price N euros that they charge for an order can be modeled by nx is equal to 9x, where x is the number of t-shirts in the order. Write down the number of t-shirts in an order for which N-Year charges 63 euros.
Nx equals to 9x plus 63.
No. Nx is 9x. No? So how many t-shirts are there in the order? What is this 63?
That's the amount.
That's the amount. So where will you put that as?
X.
No. This is your N.
Yeah.
N is your charge.
Yeah.
So N is 63 is equal to 9x. So 63 over 9.
Seven.
Then an order of P t-shirts will be charged the same price as M-Line and N-Year. Find the value of P. So if you put in M-Line, how much will they charge? If I take an order, no, 510 was for them. 40 is for no charge, no t-shirt print. If they have P t-shirts, how much will M-Line charge? Instead of X, you put P, no? So what will it become?
5 into P plus 40.
Yeah, so 5 into P plus 40, this is your M will charge. What will your N charge?
N into 60. No, N into P equals to 9 into P. So 63 equals to
9P, no? 9P.
Ah,
No, 63 is not there only.
So that was just taking this P.
But P is the number of t-shirts.
Yeah.
So if you put it in the first company, you have to pay 5P plus 40.
Yeah.
If you put in the second company, you have to pay how much?
90.
9P. Now solve. So 40 is equal to 9P minus 5P. 40 is
10.
So P is equal to 10. So if you put in 10 t-shirts, that won't matter whether you order it from M or from N. Next, question 2. Galois Airways has flights from Hong Kong International to different destinations. The following table shows the distance x kilometers between Hong Kong and the different destinations. Correct? And the corresponding airfare in Hong Kong dollars. The Pearson's product moment correlation for this data is 0.948, correct to 3 significant figures. Use your graphic display calculator to find the equation of regression of y on x. You know how to do this on your Casio? Go to menu. Go to statistics. And delete all this which is there. You know how to delete the data now? So you must delete all. Put in the values. So list 1, tell me the numbers.
3400. 7400, 4000, 2600,
1 second. 2000,
2600,
600,
9200,
200, 700.
1550,
Okay, now that's your next column. In your list 2, you put in the
1550,
1550,
3600,
3600,
2800,
2800,
1300,
1300,
4000,
4000,
1400.
1400. Now you have to get a regression equation. So you go right, calc, correct?
One variable.
No, set,
No.
set, correct?
Mm.
So these are two variables, x and y are two variables. So you go to two variables statistics here. X list is in list 1, y list is in list 2. Yeah, that you have to ensure that. Okay, it's correct. Then you do regression and you put in x. So yeah, this is your answer basically.
Mm.
So what's your answer? So this is how your calculator screen will look. Correct? And this 948, you can see this 948 is your R. Calculation coefficient of correlation. So that's your R over here. So if you put in this value, if they don't give you R, they can say find this. That's your R.
So y equals to 0.38.
So yes, y is equal to 0.384, 3 significant triggers. X plus
629.4.
629. Correct? That's your regression equation of x on y. Y on x, I mean. You follow? Use your regression equation. The distance between Hong Kong to Tokyo. So that's the distance is your x. 2,900 kilometers.
How?
Here is given the distance between Hong Kong to Tokyo is 2,900 kilometers.
Oh.
It's given over there. Use the regression equation to estimate the cost. So you'll use this equation, you'll put this value in this.
Right.
Now don't take rounded value. So what you should do is I'll tell you. You go here and you can graph this actually. Ax plus b, copy, correct? And you enter.
Now open.
Copy, it came. Copy, enter. So you graph it. Okay?
It's in the graph thing now.
And now it's in the graph. Okay, so you'll have to, I thought directly I wanted to graph, but it's not graph. So to go to graph it. Okay. Enter and enter, it should happen, you know. Actually it happens, you just enter, it will graph it. Go up. Now view window. Zoom. Zoom and do auto. Okay. Now what you have to do? G solve. You have to Y calc when x is 2,900. Out of domain comes in when the value is not in the, then you can do view window. In this graph, you can adjust your view windows. View window, what's the minimum over here?
2000, no, 26.
1700?
Yeah.
So I can say x minimum is, let's say 1,000 I can take it. What's the maximum value?
5,000.
9,200, so I can take 10,000. You know, so means, you know, automatically the view window didn't work. Why? What is the minimum buy value?
1,300, 1,200.
So you can take 0 also, no problem, because that's a cost, na? Maximum is how much we got?
Oh.
4,000, so 5,000 I can put it here. Are you following that? Just approximately, so that you can see the graph. See. Now you do G solve, go F6, you calculate Y, when X is how much?
2,000. How do you know this thing is X?
Because your distance is your X.
Okay.
Fn is your Y.
Yeah.
So how much is that?
I can't see.
1743. So 1743. Now what happens when if you put this here now, if you take rounded value, your answer won't come exact. So you can show your working like this 0.384. You can take more significant figures. You can also put it like this. So 17. Give me a phone. Calculate. Oh. $1,744. You can round it off to nearest dollar. Explain why it is valid to use regression line to estimate the AFI between Hong Kong and Tokyo. Why is it valid?
How do you install this?
And so you can't do all that.
You can. I found it.
Found it?
Yeah.
What are you doing, Ensol? Why is it valid?
Huh?
Why is this valid? Because the value, because 2,900 kilometers is within the maximum and minimum of the data. Are you following that?
Yeah.
You cannot extrapolate. You cannot extrapolate.
The answer comes same.
There's a lot of geometric and arithmetic sequence.
UN equals to U1.
So, yeah.
-1.
So the geometric sequence has first term equal to 8/3.
U1 is 8/3. And U4 is 9. That's what we know.
Find the common ratio.
So U1 equals to U1 R n minus 1.
Okay.
U1 is 8/3, which is 4. Right?
Un is equal to U1 R is to n minus 1. Substitute. So U4 is equal to what? U1 R is to n minus 1. So n minus 1 is 4 minus 1. That's 3. U4 is U1 R cube. Correct? So U4 is what? 9. This is?
How do you know n is 4?
Because
Oh,
this is
so
fourth term.
already-
Fourth term.
Yeah.
So that's a UN. So n is 4. U4. So this is, so if you solve this, you'll get 9 3s are 27 over 8 is equal to R cube. So R is equal to 3/2 you'll get. Right? That you use your calculator. Write down the second term of the sequence. What is the second term of the sequence?
U2.
But what is U2?
U2 equals to U1 R n minus 1.
So R2 minus 1, correct? 2 minus 1 is R, correct? So the U1 into R, what's my U1? 8/3 into R is what?
3/2.
Correct? The sum of first k terms is greater than 2,500. Find the smallest possible values of k. What is sum of n terms formula? Is there in your formula booklet? R is to n minus 1 upon R minus 1.
So Sn equals to 8/3.
So this sum is greater than 2,400. 2,500, sorry, beg your pardon. So U1 is 8/3. What is R? 3/2 raised to.
And minus 1. That's all.
Yeah. So what will I do is greater than 2,500. Now in your n solve you can't put greater than 2,500.
Just let it be 6, that's all.
Yeah. You put it equal to and then you'll do greater than that basically. You know how to solve option
Option
calc,
answer.
solve. Yeah, this is your favorite function, I think so.
It is.
8/3. Right. Open brackets. Open brackets. Then
3/2 raised to.
actually I could have put 1.5 now. Maybe now started typing. 3/2 close brackets raised to n raised to x, correct? Minus 1
close bracket.
minus 1 close bracket. No, not close bracket. Yeah, close bracket because the red one will close. 1.5 minus 0.5 basically. It's 1.5 minus 1. So 0.5. And that is equal to, so shift and space, this one dot 25. So what's your answer?
15, 17.
So n is greater than 15.17. So what will your n be? 16. Follow? So for sum of k terms, so your k will be 16 basically. Yeah. Next one. Start with the next one. Let's see.
This is easy. I know this.
Yeah, tell me.
I did this in school. We can move on.
You did in school?
PVFB that one. Yeah, I did this.
No, but let's do it now.
So it's taking up time for me. This one, so I don't want to do. And then the second one is also.
So, where did you use the calculator function or did it by hand? Formula. So tell me.
I mean, formula and then you put it in. So.
But can you also do it this way? Menu?
But this takes, it's too confusing to do that. I just stick to the.
You stick to the formula? So what's the formula? Tell me.
I don't know. It's a little bit. FV equals to PV plus something.
Final value is PV, correct? 1 plus, what's the rate? 5.6.
5.6 upon 100.
1200. 100 into 12, yeah. Raised to what? 12n. Where n is the number of years. The present value is how much?
50,000.
50,000. Yeah. So then you just put this in the calculator. 1200. 12n after 4 years. So 12 4s are 48. Correct? You will put n in this. After the 4-year period, she withdraws 40,000 UAD in her saving account and uses money to buy a car. You know that the car depreciates at a rate of 18% per year. Correct? The value of the car is 2,000. So this is your final value. Correct? This is the present value. Huh? Depreciate with minus. Correct? So what, tell me the formula?
2,500 equals to 40.
Final value is
1 minus 18 upon 100 into x.
Raised to x. Correct. Raised to t basically. Yeah. So that will give you t. Solve when you. That's your t. Very good.
But it's t into k.
Why t into k?
Or it's t into something.
Nothing t into. See, they haven't given you. See, when they don't mention, you have to assume it's annual.
Okay.
Yearly. Yearly means you're 1.
So yeah, whatever. This is it.
Yeah. Next. Someone plays a game where she rolls a fair 6-sided die and she spins a fair spinner with 4 equal sectors. During each turn in the game, the die is rolled. So you roll this die. Correct? And the spinner is spun once. Correct? The score for each turn is the sum of the two results. You add the two results. Correct? Here they've given you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4. For example, 1 on a die and 2 on a spinner, you will receive a score of 3. The diagram below represents the sample space. Find the probability that Sunwan's score on the first one is greater than 4. Now, what you can do in this case is, you can write a total score. You can make this table and write the total score. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. If you take the total score, 1 plus 1 is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2 plus 1 is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3 plus 1 is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 4 plus 1 is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You write like this.
Why am I confused?
I'm doing the total, no? 1 plus 1,
Yeah.
2 plus 1, 3. 1 plus 3, 4. 1 plus 4, 5. So I'm writing the total directly. So now, the first one is greater than 4. Greater than 4, which values will come in? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I'm following that. So directly 18 over 64, 24. 6 4s are 24, no? Correct? 6 3s are 18, 6 4s are 24. So it's 0.75. It's only you're writing the total.
Yeah.
Because the question is saying the sum is there. Huh? Score is the sum of the two things. She takes a second turn, find the probability that she scores, find the probability that someone scores greater than 4 on both of the first two turns. So what is the probability that she scores greater than 4 in the first turn? 3/4. Again, and what she throws greater than 4 in the second turn? 3/4.
I'm not understanding why.
Alright, here we got it only in the first part. First part, didn't we get 3 over 4?
Oh, okay, fine. And the probability is 3 4 to 3 4.
First is also greater than 3. Okay, then someone plays the game for 11 turns. Find the probability that the number of score that the score on a turn is greater than 4. Tell me what will be?
3 4.
What is the formula for expected?
Old minus new over new minus old.
Expected is n into p. N is the number of trials. P is the probability of success. Or probability.
Number of trials is 24, probability of success.
How 24?
So that's how we
11 turns.
Oh, 11 turns. So
That's your n.
probability of success is 3 over.
3 over 4. So 11 into 3 over 4. So that's 33 over 4. What is that? 8.25. So out of 11 turns, 8.25 turns, she will get a score of more than 4. Total of more than 4. So this is your NT, correct? That's a model given to you. Okay. T is the number of years since 1970. So T is the time after 1970. So write down the number of Elvis's present impersonators in 1977. What will you take your T as? 0. Generally, when the first part of your question will be T will be 0. Remember. Generally. So if you put the 0, what will it be? 170 into 1.31 raised to 0. So this will be your 170 only. So anything raised to 0 is 1. Next. Calculate the time taken for the number of Elvis impersonators to reach 130,000. What will you do? Your n you will put as 130,000 is equal to 170 into 1.31 raised to x raised to t. Follow? This is n.
Yeah.
See, there are only two variables, n and t. So now you know how to do this. You export in this and solve. Right, is equal to 170 into 1. Keep that away. Ready? So how much is it? 25.58. 24.58. Hmm? So 24.6, you can say that. So 24.6 years. Correct? After this, calculate the number of impersonal t is equal to 70. What will you do in this case? N is equal to, what will you take as 70? T. Use your calculator, write the answer. The world, you know this, I'm not wasting time on this. Yeah. The world population in 2047 is projected to be 9.5 billion. Correct? Use this information to explain why the number of LS in percent is unrealistic.
Is it billion 9 zeros?
Huh, these are 9 zeros. No?
8.
See now. 3, 3.
So that's a 5, not a 0.
Huh, so 9 point, the said 9.5 billion.
9.5.
That's how you say 9.5 billion. So if you do this, so 170 into 1.31, because this the answer is here actually, raised to 70. Sorry, raised to 70. How much are you getting?
2.7.
2.75 into 10 is to 10. Correct? That's, you know this, no? This E is 10 is to 10, you know that. No? And how much is the population?
9.5 billion.
Population is 9.5 into 10 is to 9. Now can the M percentages be more than the population? Deficit, that was unrealistic. Next. The Malt House charity run is a 5 kilometer. We'll finish. No, I am not going to leave it till you finish. No, I don't.
Oh, then fine.
The Malt House charity run. The Malt House charity run is a 5 kilometer race. The time taken for each runner to complete the race was recorded. The data was found to be normally distributed with a mean time of 28 minutes and standard deviation of this. So your X follows a normal distribution with mean as 28 and this is a variance actually 5 square. Remember this will be the variance, so variance is standard deviation square. So whenever you put that, variance is equal to variance. That's the rule. Okay, always when you write.
So why is it 5 square?
Because this is standard deviation. No? So whenever you put a normal, whenever you put this symbol, no, you have to put the mean and you have to put variance. You put the mean and the variance. A runner who completed the race is chosen at random. Write on the probability that the runner completes race in more than 28 minutes. You know how to do this on your calculator? Now this is a giveaway, a very simple sum. They'll say normally distributed. Means you have to use normal distribution. Huh?
NCD.
Perfect. Very good. So you go to statistics, go to distribution, normal, NCD, correct? Lower, you want more than 28 minutes. Lower 28, upper, some large value.
How will you know if it's binomial or BCD, BPD? How will you know?
See, normal things it will always be mentioned.
NCD will be mentioned.
Binomial may either there will be success failure, there will be two more, bi means two.
Hypothetical test.
And BPD means it's equal to. And BCD is greater than less than. So normal will be clearly mentioned. Upper, put some large value. I put 10 is to 10. Some large value. Correct? Standard deviation? 5. So if they give you like this, now make it a point that you put the square root of this. Huh? Because this is the variance. Correct? Mean?
28.
So what's your answer?
0.5.
0.5. this button got pressed. Part B. The probability that the runner will complete the race in less than 26 minutes. So,
26.
No, less than 26 minutes. See, you have your normal distribution like this. Bell-shaped curve. The mean is 28. 26 less than 26.
0.30%.
No, you have to find it out.
How do you find that?
So that's what. So what is the low?
20 is less than 26.
To what value?
25.
25 is no. Minus 10 is to 10. Some
Very low value.
very low value. Minus 10 is to 10. Upper?
26.
Standard deviation and mean is the same sum which is. So what's your answer?
0.34.
Acha, now you know one thing. If you go down now, it graphs it also. So 0.345. Follow?
Yeah.
Part C. It is known that 20% of the runners took more than 28 minutes and less than k minutes to complete the race. So see like this. This is mean is 28. It is known that 20% of the runners took more than 28 minutes but less than k minutes. Yeah, this is 20. This is 20%. Between this and this. Correct? It took more than 28 but less than k minutes to complete the race. Find the value of k. Now what you need to remember is, you know what is the total area under the curve in a normal distribution? 100%. What is the area of half? 0.5. What is the area of this half? 0.5. Now if this is 0.20, how much will be above KB?
0.2.
0.3. 0.3. Now whenever they give you the probability you have to find a k value, you have to use inverse normal. What do you have to use?
Inverse.
Acha, if this is 0.3, how much is this? Is 0.5, because below this is 0.5. Now when you are using inverse normal, see, I'll explain you how to use it. It's a very simple function. The exit distribution, normal, inverse normal. Now which tail will you take? Now it depends on which tail you want to take. 0 point. If you want to take 0.30, yeah. So which tail is this? Right. So if you want to take right tail. Okay, area. What is the area of the right tail?
0.30.
Mean and standard deviation is the same. So what's your answer?
30.62.
It has to be higher than 28, obviously. Achha, if you take left tail, how much value will you use?
0.5.
No, 0.7.
What?
Up to k, na?
Yeah, but either.
0.5 plus 0.2. You'll use 0.5 plus 0.2 if you use the right.
Yeah. Understand.
They've given you 0.2 only.
Yeah.
Then it is by common sense you will get.
But it's point. This is easy. Just leave this.
No, do it.
Only the last one I didn't understand. Okay. The rest is easy.
No, do. Start.
I write down median 41.
So write on the median of the rehearsal. 41 or 42?
41.
See, I'll tell you why. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 of the small are reaching 50.
So it's point.
So each of this is 2. So median is 42.
Oh.
Stephen states that he rehearsed on each of the 32 days. State whether Stephen is correct and give reason for your answer.
Yes, he's correct because there are no seats. There is the lowest number of minutes is rehearsed is 20 minutes. If he didn't rehearse at the then 0.
Very good. Brilliant. Good. On K days, Stephen practiced exactly 24 minutes. Find a possible value of K.
Q1.
This is 24 minutes.
It's Q1.
Yeah. So Q1 is 24 minutes. What is Q1? So that means Q1 is 24 minutes. So 25% of the data lies below Q1. So 25%, so what is 25% of 32? 8 days. Correct? So on 8 days, rehearse between 20 and 24. Correct? So in 8 days is between 20 and 24 days. So 8 days basically. Next. Casanova restaurant offers a set menu where customer chooses one of the following meals. Correct? Pasta, fish, shrimp. Yeah. The manager surveyed the customers and recorded the customer's age and chosen meal. The data is shown in the table. A chi-square test was performed at 10% significance. The critical value of the test has been given to be 4.605. State the null hypothesis for the test.
Customer's age and meals
Are what?
correlated.
Are independent. Yeah, that's your. The two things are independent. So that's customer chosen meal, customer's age, this part are independent. Customer's age and chosen meal. So these two now are independent. H1 always like that. Are independent of each other. Degrees of freedom.
I don't know how to do this again.
Your calculator gives you everything.
Matrix, I know. After that, what do you do?
Now what are you doing in the? Don't put this total in the matrix, huh? So you just put only this much. So what will I do? Huh? Sorry?
Just put all the values, no?
Yeah, just put all that. So statistics. Correct. Then test.
No, you go to
Chi. Arey Baba, let me teach you. Give me the privilege. Two-way. Huh? Correct. Matrix. What's the order of matrix A? 3 by 3.
Yep.
So 3 by 3. You type it in.
24, 25,
24, 25, 30, 32,
20, 14,
20, 14, 35, then 44, 39, 67. Correct? Exit, exit, and then you execute. Go down and execute. Correct? So this will give me everything. Now see, I'll tell you. What's the degrees of freedom?
4.
4. Now how do you get degrees of freedom of 4? If you want a formula, I can tell you that also.
No.
The degrees of freedom is given by the formula rows minus 1 into column minus 1. How many rows are there?
3.
So remember, you have to remove the total. Don't count the total. They are giving you to confuse young minds. 3 columns, 3 minus 1. That's 2 into 2, which is 4. This is if you just want to do by hand and show your knowledge. Okay? Show that the expected number of children who shrimp is 31 correct to 2 decimal places. So that you look at your matrix B. Matrix B is the expected value. Number of children, shrimp. So children and shrimp. The middle year. So how much is it? 30 point? 82. Can you see this? You're following this part?
Yeah, 30.8.
30.82. So that's so that will automatically calculate it. Once you execute now, 30.8. Correct? The 6 is just two significant figures. So 30.82. Two significant figures would be 31. Okay. Then write down chi-square that we already have. Chi-square.
You go to execute.
Yeah.
2.67.
No.
65.
No.
2.66.
Yes, three significant figures. P value
0.61.
0.617. State the conclusions. Now you compare your P with SL. What's your SL? 10%. So 0.1. Is your P greater than SL?
Yeah.
So?
Where's your SL?
Yeah, significant. 10% significant. That's 0.1. And this is more than this. So P is greater than SL, then what do you see?
So it attracts to H. Now I forgot what's it called.
Except H0.
It accepts H0.
Except H0.
If P is greater than SL,
you accept
H0. If it accepts SL and not, it rejects H0.
Yeah. Low P, no H0. So
low P,
remember, except H0 at 10% significance. A customer is chosen at random. Calculate the probability the customer is an adult. So now we have to do all the total. How many adults are there?
69. No, 81.
Oh, I made a mistake here.
What?
I don't have to take the total. It's totally wrong.
What?
Everything is wrong.
Why?
Array, that downcut thing was also total.
What?
This is total. So to remove the total, I have to take only this much. So once again, so what do you do is, you have to redo the sum. I have to go up. Correct? Matrix. So how many rows are there? 2 by 3. 2 by 3. Because everything will go wrong, no? 24, 25, 32, 20,
14, 35.
14, 35. Okay. Now you go and execute it. Yeah. So degrees of freedom, everything changes, huh? Because I made a mistake in entry. I didn't read carefully. The expected number, chi-square will put over here 2.67, 2.66. P value 0.265. Correct? Now matrix, you put at this matrix and go to B, and that will give you children should. How much is that? 31. And that remains 31. So remains 31. Okay. Conclusion. What's your SL? 0.1. Low P, no H0. P is less than SL. So insufficient, sufficient evidence to reject H0. Sufficient evidence to reject H0. Are you following that? You reject H0 basically. Means customer agent chosen Neela, not independent. You reject it.
Yeah.
They don't depend on each other. Okay. Now because this came in when I realized, calculate the probability the customer is an adult. How many adults are there?
81.
On totally? 81 or 150. Calculate the probability that the customer
5 point.
No, it can't be 5 point. No, it should answer like 0.5? No.
Yeah.
3 significant figures.
There's no more.
Oh. Okay, fine then. Calculate the probability that the customer is an adult or the customer chosen.
32 upon 81.
Adult.
32 upon 81.
See, so basically adult. No, look. Or it is not and. Wait, listen. You're telling me and. This is or.
67.
So how many adults are there? You add all this.
81, no?
How many adults are there?
81.
81. How many chose shrimp?
32.
No. How many chose shrimp? Not adult choosing shrimp.
Oh, 67.
But 32 got counted twice. See, when you choose the adult, this 32 got counted. When you chose this also, this 32 got counted. So the 32 got counted twice. So remove 32 once. That's important, no? Divide by 150. So how much is that? Plus 67 minus 32. 116, correct?
No.
Divide by 150.
Yeah.
So 0.733. 773.
Yours is wrong.
Right?
No, that's correct. Yeah.
81 plus 67 and double counting, may you remove that?
Yeah.
Given that the customer is a child, so you've been given that the customer is a child, means you've been given this. Customer is a child, calculator probably chose pasta or fish. So what will that mean? How many children are there? 69. Pasta or fish?
14. 24. No, 14 now.
34 on
64.
0.493. There's one more sum. Okay, this was the last. Oh, we finished it.
What a great days of work.